Hi, my name is Dr. Upson. What we're going to be doing here is a Excel-based project that's going to give you some better Excel skills and hopefully also kind of give you a better understanding of the material that we're covering. This first project is referred to as a PVFV, so present value versus future value. We're going to do a couple other neat little things here. The first thing we need to do is get our setup file. So you're going to click here on Project Files, and then our PV, and then we want to click on our setup file. So we'll just go ahead and open it with Microsoft Excel. Give it a second here to open. Once it gets open, our next step is going to be to configure your Excel so that it matches my Excel. All right, we're going to go ahead and click here to enable editing. And we're going to click here to go ahead and enable content. Now, you'll notice that I have this little tab here called Developer. And you may have it, but you probably do not have it. So what I want you to do is just put your cursor in here, say between Review and View, and right-click. Like so, right click, and we're going to customize the ribbon, and then you're just going to go ahead and check on the developer. So right here where it says developer, you probably do not have a check, and we want to go ahead and put a check there. When you've got that, we're going to go ahead and hit OK. Now the next thing is to get your analytical tools set up correctly. So when I click on data, you'll see that I have data analysis and I have solver. And we need to get you both of those things as well. Again, it may be set up on your computer, but I need to do this for everybody. So we're going to click on File, and then come down here to Options. We're going to click on Add-ins. And down here it's going to say Excel Add-ins. You're going to click Go. And then you're going to check each one of these boxes and hit OK. And what that should do is go ahead and install your data analysis in your solver. If you have problems with any of these steps, you'll need to talk to the help desk. All right, and then the last thing we need to do is change your trust settings. In some of these projects, we install what's referred to as a tool, and I'll get into that as we get through the project. But for now, just follow along. Remember, this is a video, so if you miss something, just pause it, rewind it, play it again. And I recommend that you bookmark these links or create a Word document that has all the links in it so that you can always come back and reference these projects so you kind of get an idea. You can use the material that you learn here or get a refresher on it. All right, so we're going to go to File, click on Options, then we're going to click on our Trust Center settings, and then you're going to click on Macro Settings. And you're going to check this box right here, which is Trust Access to VBA Project Object Module. This is required so that we can install tools, and plus the setup file actually creates the working file that you're going to work on. So you'll just go ahead and click OK on that, and then OK on that. So at this point you should be ready, or your system should be ready to go ahead and run the setup file. Now the setup file, just to let you know, does a couple of different things. The first thing it does is it creates your working file, and it gives you an idea of what everything is supposed to look like. So rather than sit here and do a video where I say type this, a lot of the typing is already going to be done for you. I will let you know too that it embeds security in your file. So when you enter your information, your name, first name, last name, and your student ID number, that material gets embedded in a lot of different places in your file. And in the future, when you submit this file, we're going to run it through a program that grades it. And as it grades it, it checks your security settings. So if we find that there's cheating, you will get caught. And the security is quite robust. So I highly recommend that you either don't do the project and take the 0, or do the project yourself. It's a lot better for you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. You're going to enter your first name, and then your last name, and then I'm just going to put a fake number here, but enter your student ID number. So your 800 number. And then go ahead and just click this button. Okay, so this is now, if you look up here, it says future PV, FV, and then the 800 number. This is actually your document at this point. We can go ahead and just exit the setup file. There's no reason to save it. And then if we look on your basic worksheet, we're going to find your document. This is yours. I can actually get rid of this one. That was a test file that was there. So this is your actual document. Double click on that. It's just going to bring up the one that's already open. So the file is ready to go and saved. Okay. So next thing I want to mention in terms of the overview here at the beginning is each one of these projects has what's referred to as a thought questions. So if I come over here to projects and I click on my Project 1 PVMV, you're going to see that there's a thought question. You can go ahead and click on that and download it. Mine is a Word document, so PVFV thought questions. You'll notice that all answers need to be typed 12-point font. You need to include all the required plots, and those will come out when we do the videos. This report can't be more than 4 pages long, so you might want to either print this out or have it open so that as we go through the process you can answer each one of these underlying questions. Now remember, you have to put your name on there, your student ID, your class CRN, and you can get your class CRN from Blackboard, so this will actually have a CRN associated with it. And wrong button. You'll see me do that every once in a while. Here we go. And this report has to be stapled together. All right, don't rip it and fold it and do whatever, because that's going to come in. We're going to put a 0 on it and we're going to keep it since you're not following the required instructions. So I just want to highlight that. Get a stapler and staple it together. All right, so next thing I'm going to do, and then I'm going to go ahead and end the video, is just walk you really quickly through the developer. So I've just told you that what you have, what we've added, is a little bit of a computer program. You're going to click on developer, you're going to click on view code, and a new tab's going to come up. This is your file, and this is all your data that's associated with it. And over here is my module, and it says sub get fed-rate. So this is a computer program that's actually going to go out and get data from the Federal Reserve. We're going to do that on the next video. But what I do want to tell you is that what we're trying to do is give you marketable skills, the ability to sit in an interview and say that I can do some computer coding, or at least I know how to add a developer in there, that you have an idea of web scraping, and you can work your way through Excel pretty efficiently. I know the textbook comes with Excel projects, but they're a little too cookie cutter. They tend to use Excel more as a calculator, and what it is a very powerful analytical tool. So as a separate aside, there's another project that's embedded in this one. It's not required, but what I'm going to do is go through and show you, if you want to do it, how to actually do web scraping. So what web scraping means is we write a program, it goes out to the internet, grabs the information that we're interested in, and drops it directly into our Excel. So you can imagine that this is going to become this is a very powerful tool. Now I don't expect everybody to do this, but again, the objective here is to give you direct marketable skills so that you can sit down in an interview, or if you have a job right now, and use these skills to make yourself more valuable. So I just wanted to show you that. Finally, we're just going to come back to the file, and I want to remind you, what I want to remind you is, let's get this tab set up here too. Click here, make sure that you have new, open, save, quick print, undo, and redo done. And then periodically as we go through the videos, make sure that you hit that save button to save your data. I would also recommend that you set up a OneDrive or something else as your backup. So if you lose a jump drive and don't submit the document on time, you're just going to get a 0. All right. Well, thank you very much. And when we come back, I'll show you how WebScraper works. Thanks. Bye.